We don't have any idea.
All right, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and push record. Anyway, you're going to tell me a story? Is it something you can tell to our audience?
Before we get
All
this
three
started,
of them.
Before we get this started,
Hello.
are you out there?
Hi.
Can you hear me? Tommy, can you hear me? Can
Who's
you feel me
Tommy?
near you?
I always knew you'd eventually let it out.
Hi, Margaret. Do we have any listeners named Margaret?
No, just God.
Okay.
No, he doesn't
No,
listen
he
to
doesn't listen to this.
She. Sexist pricks.
He's listening to the last podcast on the left.
God. Well, yeah, he's listening to something
And
entertaining.
the Full Price Podcast. Hi, guys.
Isn't that nothing but Vincent Price?
That's Vincent Price. It has 3,000 some followers. It's on episode 7, I think, now. And by the way, nicest people. Bonehead has tweeted them back and forth. And
I saw that by the Bonehead. If you get a tweet, it's usually James. If you get a Facebook message, it's
More likely.
likely me. It can be one of the other two.
Yeah.
Probably second James, and it's a distant third on chat ever speaking or communicating with anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not into social media.
Before we get on to our non-topic.
Yeah, God
topic,
forbid that we go on. He's not into
Before we-
social media on a social media platform
Yeah, no.
that's ran and energized and vocalized and
Energized. No, before we get started, I'll finish what I was going to say.
yes, darling.
You were talking about your exorcist cat.
Yeah, he puked. It was a 2.5 feet diameter, kind of an oval, not complete circle. I mean, he can do a circle better than my 2-year-old.
But it's 360.
Yeah,
Was
it
V6?
connected.
'Cause I'm serious.
No, it was
may be
grayish.
an exorcism.
The puke looked
What
gray.
kind of circles are you looking at if they aren't 360?
What kind of circles are you using in your witchcraft, James? You
Is that
what-
the problem? I've been getting lesser
Hold on.
demons
I don't
that
know
go
if
for
this
me.
is. I don't know if this is. But is it wrong for me to say, by God, if we had a witchcraft one, I bet people would tune into that.
I don't know. Well, maybe.
If we did a consistent witchcraft podcast,
Yeah,
I bet. I bet.
Too,
I almost said
There is one
Marilyn
that's called-
Chambers, but I meant our friend
are you talking about Miranda?
Miranda. I bet
Because we're not
Miranda.
friends with Marilyn Chambers.
No, no one is. She's dead.
What? Does their family know?
That's what was behind the green door. Death.
I've got.
There's 3 people laughing. None of them listen to this
No,
podcast.
no.
They're too busy watching the Price is Right podcast.
The
What's
Full Price Podcast.
The full price. They're on 7 and they have 3,000 followers.
Yeah, we were up to 98. We were at 100, but 2 of them were fake
98 followers on what?
on Twitter.
Oh God, no. Nobody
I've
follows
got
us.
more personal followers. I want you all to think about this. Those of you that hate the sound of my voice, including me, how do I have more followers in our podcast? Like
Probably because you're more entertaining.
people actually ask me educational questions on my Twitter, and I answer them, and people follow that.
Why is the sky blue? Is that
No, we're talking about history of it.
It's actually something to do with the ocean.
How do cats do it?
With their penises and their vaginas. Well, the cats call them vajayjays.
to top
Cat
your
or Oprah?
to top your cat vomit story,
Oh, jeez.
before we get on to our non-topic topic. So my sister has this dog.
It's covered in
My sister has this dog, you see. Now
Why
this
do I
dog,
quoting Larry the Cable Guy jokes?
This-
Your sister has a dog
this dog
who's
is
sleeping with cats.
no, well, kind of. I mean, she has 2 cats, and the dog and the cats get along. So I guess could happen.
Dogs and cats
The dog,
living together.
however,
Mass hysteria.
All right, we get the
dog
point.
was my aunt's dog. My aunt passed away. My
She
sister,
joined Marilyn Chambers behind the green door. Sorry.
my sister adopted.
Too soon.
My sister effectively adopted the dog. Now that this is going to sound.
Instead of putting it down.
What?
You're
Yeah,
not
she
a good
could-
dog.
Damn it.
You have
You
no
were both
idea.
going for the same
Let me
thing.
go ahead and make y'all both feel terrible. Literally,
You've only got hair on half your ass.
she takes the dog to the vet because the dog started to lose weight.
She texted the dog.
That's
to
what
the
I
vet.
heard.
She took the dog.
She
to the
totes
vet.
the vet to the dog.
I want to replay. Yeah, I swear to God, you said she texted the dog to the vet.
Well, if she had the technology, she woulda. Anyway, I kid you not.
Nobody likes
They
the dog,
checked
do
the
they?
dog. They checked the dog. They said, well, the dog has anxiety
Lupus.
issues and is diabetic.
It's never lupus.
It's never lupus,
And
but
it's
in this case,
diabetic.
this dog is.
Now, the funny part
Why
about
is
this
he
is
doing
I
it like
didn't
this
know.
with these 2 fingers?
I didn't know.
It's now smelling them.
I didn't
What
know.
are you doing to the dog? Is that how you check it for lupus?
I did not know that the dog also had previously survived a car accident. I thought they had docked the dog.
They didn't put the seatbelt on it?
The mailman ran over the dog took off 2 of its back toes.
But that was after he ran it over.
Yeah. And
That's
its tail.
one dick mailman.
They had to save the dog. Now the dog's diabetic.
On his rearview mirror is all the dog toes. He's taking out the dog's ran over.
Oh my God, you should write that movie. You should write that movie.
We should write that.
It
That would
is.
be good. The dog killer. We can come up with a better name than that.
And anyway, the dog
K9187?
the dog is now.
Don't stop.
He was diabetic. He was all this stuff. The dog now has to get an insulin shot every morning, and it's gone blind.
Oh my God.
And now this is all
Can't
tragic.
they just feed the mud M&Ms?
This is all tragic. But
Oh, no,
He went the way he wanted to.
I was sitting
Foaming
there
and
thinking,
farting.
oh my God, this dog is 10 years old. It's had a horrible life. My sister, though, I mean, obviously is doing a great job taking care of it. And I said,
Obviously
this is
not. It's fucking blind. It could see perfectly well before she took.
No, it had been, my aunt was very, very ill. It had to be caged for a while, and they say that it being caged, basically. And it had already been hit by a car, so they said, well...
The mailman
Yeah.
with all the dog
mailman,
toes
yeah.
around the rearview mirror.
So anyway, I say all that to say, if it makes you feel any better, your cat may puke in a 360, but there's a 2-toed dog who's blind
Is that better than a 5-toe cat?
who is barking at what he thinks is there right now.
Does it get a flea and go, aw?
No, but it also doesn't have a good sense of smell, so it can't even smell well. So it does bark. Like, I have to be sitting there going, its name is Baby. I'm like, hey, Baby,
Oh,
it's
my
me. It's
Nobody
me.
puts baby in that cage.
No.
Unless it's Jennifer Grey, in which case she was raised in a cage.
She run right into that fence.
I never
Anyway,
met Jennifer Grey. How do you know it's
Anyway.
not true?
Touche.
She had a nose job. I don't know who the fuck she is. I can't pick her out of a crowd.
I don't know.
Anyway.
She's pretty attractive. You could probably pick her up.
With or without the nose job?
I mean, she both, but she.
I'm serious.
I prefer Jennifer Grey post
87
nose job.
No, because I can't pick her out of a crowd. I don't know who Jennifer Grey is now that she's got that new schlong. Knocker. Schnocker.
Oh my lord!
Knocker. She got a penis.
You know who she's not?
Who?
Aaron Gray.
From Silver Spoons?
Who's Aaron Gray?
Isn't Aaron Gray ERIN Aaron Gray?
Yeah,
Isn't
from
that
Silver Spoons.
I was going. Isn't she in Buck Rogers?
I think she is. I think you're right.
She is. Everybody.
She hot?
You've never seen Buck Rogers?
I don't even have my
Should we point out that the
phone down
episode, this episode is about
here.
nothing?
No, hold on. Real quick, before we start that, everybody else is, if you're watching,
This is Jennifer Grey post nose job.
she looks like Sheena Easton.
A little bit.
I look like she needs.
No, she looks like what's her face? Is the Miami Sound Machine, Gloria Estefan. She looks like Gloria Estefan's cousin that they kept in the basement and fed pork chops. It's very fucking specific. Oh, I don't know why I'm saying the F word a lot, but I think it's got something to
Well,
do
that's
with...
because this is the no topic.
All right, so Chad, we were supposed to do what topic today? We're not going to say, I guess,
Yeah,
because
let's
we're
not
holding
say.
off on
That's
it.
Aaron Gray.
Oh, Aaron Gray's totally... Yeah,
Yeah,
I would... Yeah. In front of you and everybody else on stamp day.
How do you not know Aaron Gray? Hey, she played Wilma Deering.
Who?
Wilma Deering. It's Buck Rogers.
I never watched Buck Rogers.
Neither have I. I watched a few episodes.
I've probably seen a few episodes on Sci-Fi later
All
on.
I can tell you about Buck
TV?
Rogers is the opening.
I can't even tell you that. I never watched the world's greatest superhero either when I was
He
a
was
kid.
an astronaut.
What's that show? The Greatest American Hero? I didn't watch
Something
that
like
either.
that,
He was an
I never
astronaut
watched that either.
in the 90s, and he got frozen in time when his cryogenic chamber.
His thyrogenic chamber. I need one of those, fatty. Get in here. His thyroid is killing him. Those and the Krispy Kremies.
Mel Blanc actually did voice work on it. Was another reason.
Well, I like Mel Blanc.
Oh.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Is Aaron Gray still alive and hot?
She's still alive. Yeah, and she is not. No,
What about the
she-
hotness factor?
I mean, she is. She is. I would say she's on par with.
Jared, if you're listening now, get me a date for 45 minutes on a stage in front of 500 people with
She's
Aaron
probably
Gray.
on-
She's good looking. She is.
That's Aaron
she's-
Gray now.
Yeah, she's still a nice looking lady.
Yeah.
She looks like somebody's mom I know, but I don't want to say because she really looks just like her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she passed away.
Good lord.
Well, I don't want to say who. I didn't say who it was.
People dying, dogs with no toes.
Cats
blind.
360.
Cats vomiting.
So, back
This
to-
is a great no topic episode.
Yeah, so Chad messaged us because something happened. James was supposed to have us a guest, which we're going to get later on.
We are.
And James screwed it up and said,
No,
I don't know
no,
what you're
there's-
talking about. I was in
there
Mississippi
is
down there
a-
eating the cornbread and the crawfish. Get back in that hole and eat that cornbread.
We have some guests coming up. Now, one of them was negotiating some things, and
They wanted cocaine, and we said that's all for us.
They weren't negotiating with us. They agreed to do us for nothing, which is
Hey.
thank goodness.
At least 2 out of the 3 of our wives have been doing that forever.
That's what they're going to get.
Now,
'cause
which
that's
one of
all
our
we have to
wives are
offer.
getting paid to do us?
Spoiler:
one of us isn't getting anything. In any sense of the word.
And then the other guest is just lining up a time, which was a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, so we didn't. So basically, we were supposed to record today. We didn't have anything to talk about. We didn't even have any material planned for just a regular Us episode.
Yeah, our Us episode, we're doing this Friday.
Yes.
Right? So, Chad had an idea. He messaged me off the record. He didn't tell James because he said James is the devil and the white devil, really.
I prefer Cracker Devil.
Cracker devil. Yep.
Give me some of that deviled ham.
Cheese whiz on James's nose.
Does anybody get any deviled eggs?
Not
you know-
on me.
I had deviled
I haven't
eggs
had deviled
yesterday
eggs in forever.
at my mother-in-law. We ended up stopping by my mother-in-law. She made us dinner. She
Yeah,
made
well,
deviled eggs.
she just makes eggs and they come out that way.
That's not called for.
No respect. That's another Rodney Dangerfield joke. Anyway, you were saying
Actually,
Chad.
one of my favorite Rodney Dangerfield
I wasn't
lines.
saying anything. You were giving a detailed description of
One
what
of my
this was.
favorite Rodney Dangerfield lines is still where he was on The Simpsons and he never says no respect, no regard, no regard.
He's got more bread than a prison meatloaf. Why did that line from that stuck in my head
That's
for 40
good.
years?
That's good.
It is good. So Chad messaged me, and what did you message me? You said,
I said, "Hey, should we just do an episode where we just talk about nothing,
like we do the
like
first
like
five.
we do the first 5 to 10 minutes of every episode?"
What he said right before that, this may be a really stupid idea. In
Yeah.
which case, I knew it was going
And by
to
the
be.
way, no, I think I texted that to
You
James
did.
as well.
I did get that. That's why I don't know why Joe thought I'd be surprised.
Because I'm the only one he talked to.
Yeah. So
Everybody,
anyway,
hold on. You put on your seatbelt. We're going to be going on one of Joe's famous ego trips.
yeah, no.
Oh my God! I don't have any money for an ego trip. My engine blew up, James.
Did he say his man?
Also,
My engine. My mangin. It's like my mangina.
also, he's taking on water. His car stereo is only set to NPR.
He's got
That's
the
true.
bloat.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that those kids are on the pills.
It's the pills, Joe.
The only other station is Rush Limbaugh, and he just keeps saying, I think he might have a point.
Are they after my jobs? Specific days? Anyway, and I said, well, shit, worst case scenario, what, Chad?
We scrapped this.
We just throw it away.
Yeah.
Oh,
I doubt that
say
we will.
We're not going to. I say we put this up because honestly, when Chad,
I mean,
did
I'm
say
bored
this,
shitless of the show. Have you listened to the last 5 episodes?
When Chad said this idea, I was like, you know what? I've listened to several other podcasts. I'm trying to listen to more. I'm trying to do
Good
things.
for you, James.
And there are some that do exactly this for an hour.
Yeah.
And
Nothing
people
else?
love them.
But do they ever have topics? Because I only listened to a few big ones. And we did a whole episode, go back, it's right around in the 40s or 50s, about our favorite podcasts. And you two listen to more podcasts than I do, but I picked up this...
Chad beats me.
Yeah, Chad beats us both by a long shot.
Yeah.
No, that's not actually. We're not talking about podcasts. He's abusive. Somebody else.
I got bruises.
And you mentioned about a podcast about witchcraft. There's a podcast called Unobscured I would highly recommend.
Listen.
Produced by Alan Menken.
Listen, you bastard. We don't need them leaving here going, why am I listening to this turkey when I could be listening to something about real witches? Miranda, come back!
There,
You think she'll ever listen to know that we just talked about her?
But I don't
I'm
know.
assuming she stopped listening.
I'm assuming.
Um,
we lost a couple of people on the YouTubes, but we did gain one.
But I think honestly the reason a lot of people do like shows about that because there used to be a show. About where people just
Nothing?
talk about different topics.
Show about nothing. That's never been done.
They're all evil people. You know that, right?
Yes, they all went to prison at the end.
No.
Everybody got pissed.
But I mean, but they're also just terrible people.
Yeah, they all went to prison at the end, and everybody got mad at it. But they're all
read the
terrible.
book. I Wear the Black Hat. They do an entire essay
God,
about.
He's talked about this book more than once.
Sorry, see, I'm trying to make this interesting for people.
Trying?
And he's
Trying?
He's got 20,
Why don't you lift
He's
the
got
pinky?
25 minutes material before we start the camera about cat vomit.
Yeah.
Oh God, it could be allergies.
And for some reason, I was the genius who said, "Oh, Joe's talking about cat vomit. We should record this."
he could be.
You throw around the G word a lot. Gargantuan.
That's a sandwich from Jimmy John's. So I'm not allowed
no,
to eat
I'm
anymore.
not allowed to eat it anymore. It's my favorite sandwich, actually.
It doesn't matter. Even if you decide to go back, my daughter has informed me I'm not allowed to go there or Papa John's. Papa John's, if you thought about sponsoring us, go ahead. I'll go back. But I'm not allowed to go to either
Anyway.
one.
So what do you all want to talk about? Since this is a show with no topic. I've watched a couple of movies I want to talk about. I haven't been able to talk to anybody
I
about them.
watched one last night, or the night before, that I should probably mention.
I watched two things that have been out for quite a while, and I finally got to watch them.
Okay.
You want to go first or me?
I'll go first so you can roll your eyes about the fact that why I watched this. Keep in mind I have 2 children.
No judgments.
Detective Pikachu.
I
How
watched
bad was it?
Pikachu.
Honestly, in terms of video game movies, it's
It was
probably
pretty enjoyable.
it's enjoyable in terms
It
of video
looked
game
good.
movies.
I'm not shitting you. I actually was watching it going, I think I might like that.
That being said, I predicted the twist in 5 minutes in.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
I almost started just dropping GD. Sorry. It's a kid's movie.
Did I say GD?
No, I almost did.
okay.
I almost went on a tirade
I
when
took
you
Silas
said
to see it. Silas is my son, allegedly.
No, he's your kid, dude.
He,
You should watch
I
the
don't
water
know.
beat up on his head. He's got your hair, dude.
But no, I took Silas to see it in theaters, and I went in thinking, okay, I'll be honest, my hope
No lie.
was it would be as good as the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, that
That
those
was
are
my
the
hope.
That's
Oh,
the,
these are two totally different kinds of movies.
No,
but in terms of video game movies, the only one that's with the exception of maybe Silent Hill,
Yes, I
Mortal
Silent Hill's a
Kombat.
good movie.
Mortal Kombat's the only one who actually kind of loosely is still based on the video game and was entertaining. Though today,
Some of those scenes do not hold
Hold
up.
No,
yeah, though
no.
our friend McStrawn posted an image of a sketch that he did for that movie,
yes.
and I was like amazed.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Did you see that shit he posted? And I tagged you both in it. Saying, why don't you have me talk about Blade? Why didn't you have me talk about Blade
Oh, yeah,
and
and I was like,
Fantastic Four?
We
Motherfucker
did
did 2 episodes.
And we
It's some
say
of our
that with
best
guys
How
we
content.
much
love.
do you have to talk that you don't remember
No,
what you talked
now if he
about?
wants to do a full episode on Blade, I would love to do an
He
entire
called
episode of Blade.
Stephen Norrington everything but a milk cow.
Yeah, 2 of the best content. It was,
And if he wants to come back and call him a milk cow, I would love to go into
I would
deep
love to
detail.
get Stephen Norrington
and I'm
on
not
the show.
kissing McStrawn's butt, but totally McStrawn, I'm kissing your butt. Those were 2 of our best
Oh, yeah, I
segments of
agree.
our show, and he did remember them.
No. It's only because he does 14 podcasts
Yes,
now.
yeah.
But you know,
Rabbit Hole Podcast.
Yeah, check him out. Check that out. And last podcast on McStrong.
No,
um,
Dream Warrior
Dream
Review.
Warrior review.
God, you got me tripped up.
I got you straight tripping, boo.
Word.
It's 1998 up in here.
Oh my God! Do you think we could get him to do a new podcast with us
No.
and call
I've
it
talked to him about it. It hadn't happened.
Mick and Me, and we just talk about alien movies we wish we could make with different sponsors?
I think we should do it and talk about Mac and me every episode.
We would probably get more followers.
Can we do it while we eat macaroni and cheese? Well, you two can. I hate mac and cheese, but
Actually, I've got something
could-
you should try because I don't care for it either. But my
Could we talk about episodes that could have been made of the show Mac and Cheese, which was on Friends?
what?
I don't know what you're talking.
What are you talking
Friends,
about?
in the show Friends? They
And the fact
Matt
that we're
LeBlanc,
talking about friends.
Matt LeBlanc did a pilot. His character did a pilot where it was called Mac and Cheese. He played Mac, and there was a robot. I forget what the initials stood for, but it was Cheese, and he helped him solve crimes or something. It was like a police procedural pilot that he did.
Yeah.
And it got ordered to series, and it was a plot point for a while in the show. Could we do a podcast where we do nothing but talk about episodes we would love to see of that fake show? Like maybe one where
We
they
did an episode of shit we'd like to see.
maybe we could do one episode we could talk about how do they charge Cheese's batteries.
There's a cat on Chad's
Yeah,
head.
scared the living bejesus out of me.
Oh my God! Is this?
I was telling him about your vomit
And
earlier.
now he goes, "Oh, please vomit in Joe's face." That would make this episode
Amazing.
Vomitus
no.
Kate.
So yeah, Detective Pikachu. It's not the best thing ever, but it was okay.
I mean, for what it was, I enjoyed
For what
it.
it was, yeah. I mean, I'm not a big
It had a
Pokemon
pretty
person.
good cast too. I was actually kind of. I mean, I don't know any of the younger actors, but it had Ra's al Ghul. That's not really Ra's al Ghul from Batman Begins.
Is it Ross or Ra's al Ghul?
I don't know. I'm just saying words. I'm
Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, it has Ken Watanabe.
Watanabe?
Yes. Watanabe, isn't it?
Oh, well,
You said Watanabe.
I don't know.
Watanabe. What a knobby knee.
I'm from Waddy.
I need a Watanabe.
I'm talking Watanabe from Waddy.
So, it had a pretty great cast. I think she
What
closed.
the hell was I heard the door
I
open?
think she closed the door back where the cat pushed it open.
Okay, pretty good cast.
Pretty
You liked
good
it?
cast. And I know nothing about Pokemon.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
it's
didn't
like
think it looked bad. It looked
was
funny.
when it's like, oh, what's this Bulbasaur gonna do? Because I have no idea what it literally Bulbasaur could have appeared on screen. Went, I smoked 6 packs of Camels a day, and that's my power. And I would have been like, well, cool,
Yeah.
Bulbasaur, do your thing, buddy.
All right. I watched 2 movies. Both hits.
Okay.
One nominated for Academy Award. The other one not. One I thought looked like a dog turd, and I enjoyed it. The other one I thought, this is the most vanilla of this I've ever seen. I watched Venom. I enjoyed it.
How could you like Venom? It is a terrible dog turd.
I disagree.
Let's have that Eminem song.
I disagree. Whatever was going on with the jokes. See, I don't know anything about Venom, so I bring no luggage to that movie. I'm not okay. I won't disagree with you. It's not a good movie, but I enjoyed it. The kid started sitting down and watching it. He was getting, and I actually liked his performance. It's weird as hell.
Tom Hardy's performance is good,
And I liked Venom.
but the
When
movie,
when he and Venom talked, I thought Venom was fun.
good lord.
Yeah, I haven't.
And there was that
I
whole
haven't seen it.
It's not bad. It's okay. It's not good.
I didn't.
There's
care
only
for it.
one good action sequence in the whole movie.
Yes.
Actually, there's really not a ton of action. There's not much going on.
No.
And and you
It's
see
the
a lot of
motorcycle
it's the
chase.
motorcycle chase. That's the only big action sequence in the movie.
No, it's not the bit. The end. There's a big action sequence. It's
Nah,
all CGI,
I don't think
but
that's
even
as
that
big
was,
as the
even,
one
No,
on
it's not as
Motorcycle.
big,
Hell
which
no.
is another reason why it sucked.
I don't think it sucks.
Oh God, no! I disagree with
Does
you.
it suffer from Solo syndrome? In that the big action scene should have been at the end, and instead.
Yes, difference is it made a hell of a lot more money than Solo. It didn't do
yeah.
very well here, but if you look at it, it makes
no.
almost $1 billion, and they're getting a sequel. The sequel's going to be directed by Andy
But it's
Serkis.
Circus, which I'm excited about. And
Ruben,
it'll
so
be
it's directed by
Carnage.
Ruben Fleischer. Ruben Fleischer directed Zombieland.
Yeah.
His new Zombieland 2, 30 Minutes or Less, which is actually probably an underrated comedy that
I
most
agree.
people see. And Gangland, which is a dog turd.
Oh yeah, dang it, that's a dog turd.
Yeah, it's not good. With a
No.
hell of a cast, but it's not a good movie.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
They're-
Which I-
it looks like they're
that's the
trying
one
to
which-
make
And I love
Sean
gangster.
Penn.
And I love gangster
James
movies. I would like to do an episode where we talk about gangster films.
We'll
because
eventually
it is
do
one of
that.
my favorite subgenres. But go ahead, sorry.
My favorite subgenre is subs.
Jersey Mike's.
No, that
Sponsor us.
or an S&M kind of thing. Give me take.
Oh,
Mostly
that.
sandwiches, but
Yeah.
I like
Oh
sandwiches
my God.
while I do that.
If you do a submissive.
Instead of the ball gag,
Yeah,
it's a
that's what I was gonna
sandwich.
say.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Cut to Joe with a huge sandwich.
We just put a meatball, give me the Gimp outfit and the meatball subs attached to my face, and I got to eat my way through it. Just eat and breathe.
And then your Dom, all she does is shove mayonnaise squirting into the sandwich in your mouth.
That's what we think it is.
Oh.
It's tartar sauce.
It's
No.
actually Miracle Whip. What did you guys think I was going to say? So okay.
By the way, who puts Miracle Whip on a salad? I still want to know that. That riddle has never been answered.
It's not a real riddle.
It is a riddle.
No.
No.
Back to what I was saying. I enjoyed Venom. It's not a good movie. You're right.
No.
But I thought it was enjoyable.
I need to see it. I haven't got to
I
see
laughed
it.
several times.
I was.
Well, see, I want to say
When Venom calls him a pussy, I laughed every time.
And there's one part that the movie as a whole was.
It's not a good movie, Jim.
It's not a good movie, but there's one part in particular about the actual Venom storyline that drove me nuts, and it was just tacked on.
So is it nothing
It was-
like the
No, nothing like the comic at all.
Okay.
At all.
And
Not
the
Alan's?
surprise at the end cameo,
Yeah, no, that's part of it. That's sort of in the story.
sort of.
Yeah.
Did they
Here's
force a bunch of other symbiotes off of it?
Well, that's part of this.
I mean, because that was.
It's barely
the lab
90-some minutes. You're
The
not
lab
getting a
does that
huge
in the
investment.
comic.
Honestly, if I had to went to the theater, would I been? No, but I grabbed it on a free preview from Stars 2 months ago, DVR'd it. Finally got around to watching. I watched 40 minutes before the kid
Well, that's
freaked out
probably
about
why you
something else.
liked it. It was free.
I know the theme
Like
song.
you paid.
I did.
I know the theme song because it's on Eminem's soundtrack. Or Eminem's
Yeah, couldn't have cared less.
Yeah.
I thought at the end, I was like, is that Eminem? So that's one. That one I'm not going to shit on because everybody else shit on it. I didn't think it was that bad.
Ugh.
Let me shit on the Oscar nominated one.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah, because you mentioned it earlier.
I think Bohemian Rhapsody was completely overrated.
I
haven't seen it.
I wanted to see.
Let me say.
I had more interest in seeing Rocket Man than I did.
Directed by the way, the guy that finished when they fired Bryan Singer is the one who directed Rocket Man.
And he's in a Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels as well. He's an actor in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah, he is an actor, but you're right.
I just wanted to say that, and it's I'm not a shot at Bohemian Rhapsody, but I found Elton John. I don't know how the movie is. I haven't seen either one of them yet.
I think Rocket Man's more of a musical.
Well, and Rocket Man, I mean,
I thought
Elton
Bohemian
John
Rhapsody was more of a musical. I thought it was all musical numbers.
No, I think that was the people going like, well, Rocket Man's more of a musical. I think it's a musical.
Elton John said one of the things that he said, and I heard somebody say it's true, that he didn't cut out some of the more questionable. Like he said, no, this stuff happened. It has to be.
Yeah, and Bohemian
referencing
Rhapsody
movie.
covered
So let me talk about that. Let me talk
shit.
about that. All
Okay.
right. Few stories. One, directed by Bryan Singer, got credit, but he was fired. I don't know if it's halfway or 2/3 through. Look it up.
Steven
I'm more than
Spielberg
happy.
replaced him.
Wait, no, I'm
it?
getting confused. I thought you said Bryan Singer was on Rocket Man. No,
Bryan Singer, directed.
No, the director of Rocket Man is the one who was in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
You're not letting me finish, Buttercup.
I'm sorry, Bubbles.
Remember?
Go for it, Bubbles.
All right. When they fired Bryan Singer, the guy that did Rocket Man is the one that finished that movie.
Okay. Ah, okay. Now
yeah, and then he went on to direct it, but he didn't get credit. They just got DGA as screenwriters. By the way, if you know anything about Screen Actors Guild, it's very unfair how they do this arbitration. I'm not saying what's right or what's wrong. I'm just telling you it's unfair, correct? You can write a screenplay, 65% of it, and somebody rewrite 40-some%, and them not get any credit, and you get all the credit, but it's not even yours.
Yeah.
If somebody changed 50 or 48% or something like that. So I'm watching it. I like the music. It's not a bad movie.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not discouraging anyone from watching it. I enjoyed it. We finished it up. Not giving anything away, but where does the movie end?
At Live Aid, right?
You without even watching it, you know what's going to happen. That's cool. If you ever get a chance, I strongly suggest you watch the Live Aid stuff on YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's fascinating how well he could control a crowd. I agree. Freddie Mercury was an absolute wonderful performer. Rami Malek, am I saying his name correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
does a good job. He won Best Actor, correct?
Yeah.
He won Best Actor. He does a good job. That is the most vanilla movie I've ever. One of the most vanilla stories. And there's certain scenes in it.
On somebody who was the exact opposite of vanilla.
Yeah, he wasn't vanilla at all. So, to do even more, I know we're going to do an episode where there's no topic, but I wanted to talk about this. So, I look into this, and I watched some stuff because I knew I was going to try to watch it this weekend. Sacha Baron Cohen had wanted to play him for years, Freddie Mercury. Sacha Baron Cohen tells a story. Now, is it the guitarist who is also the producer of the movie, right?
I believe that's correct.
I don't know his name off the top of my head, sorry.
Big hair dude.
Big hair dude gets a lot of screen time with the guy playing him.
This screwdriver here just for anybody or what?
Picks it up and tries to fix Mickey all the time because I fixed Mickey the other day with it.
He's not trying to stab you in the back.
Well, he doesn't need to carry it, but that's beside the point. So, big hair dude and Sacha Baron Cohen are talking about the movie. This is Sacha Baron Cohen talking to Howard Stern. And he said, so, in the middle of the movie, what happens is, and then Freddie dies. Okay, well, what about the rest of the movie? He says, well, the rest of the movie is just music. So, you didn't want to go over the AIDS part, or the closeted homosexuality, or the finally coming out, and all. No. Now, do they deal with him having HIV? Yes. Do they deal with his homosexuality? Yes. Is it the most PG-13 vanilla version of that? It, swear to God, it is almost a Lifetime movie to me. In the sense that it's better quality, it's better acted, it's better directed. But some of the scenes, there's a couple of the scenes where the band kind of gets back together again. Mm-hmm. If it happened in real life like that, I will kiss your ass in front of everybody on Flag Day, because Stamp Day, I'm Aaron Gray and I. We got plans.
Standing appointment.
Coming back 30 minutes later, boom.
But do you think that's one of the things too? Because
I want you all to. I gotta talk about somebody because people loved it and it was a huge hit. But
I picked up
Jimmy Kimmel has got more flavor than that movie.
I picked up Jimmy Kimmel burn. I picked up movies to take back with me to my Southern home for when I'm teaching, and I picked up Walk the Line. Well, I picked up Walk the Line, and I was saying about Walk the Line. And it shows some pretty extreme things. But if you know anything about Johnny Cash, it conveniently leaves out the fact that he lived in a cave for 2 years.
I think it left out a lot of the drugs, too.
Oh, yeah.
And it still isn't as vanilla as this movie. But you have got to watch some of these scenes in this movie.
Why do they make those movies? I wonder. I mean, I know we're talking about... I don't know. Like,
is it just too dark for people to... Is it too much of a...
Is it too hard to believe that a man can live in a cave for 2 years, or that a man can,
I'm not saying it makes him a horrible human... I don't think it makes him a human being. He was flawed, and he was coming of age and beginning to know who he was in a time, unfortunately, where we're only a few years... Hell no, in the late 60s, we're right around the time of Stonewall. So this is not accepted behavior, even in a lot of the rock and roll community. So this man does not feel... So why in God's name can we put some... I don't know why I'm going off on this.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm serious, though. I think it's disrespectful to the man in his memory.
Yeah.
Speaking of which...
especially covering...
Because we're all flawed.
I don't know how much of the HIV AIDS thing did they go into.
Well, he kind of tells the band, and then they
tell the band at live... Oh, they spoilers.
After they come back.
He tells them at Live Aid, right?
In the movie, he tells them when they're practicing for Live Aid.
And they knew that many moons before that. They knew that he was sick. But of course, at the time, they didn't know what AIDS was, if I'm not mistaken. They were still...
It was around 85. I mean, this is the thing that people talked about, and they talk about now. If Reagan had just went on the fucking news in 81 or 80...
No, and there's some...
81 or 82, and just said, hey, there's something out there, we're not for sure what it is. It's really rampant in our gay men community, which is true. Yeah, historically, you look back at it.
Yeah, they were wiping it out. They didn't want to talk about it. He
didn't even mention AIDS to what?
And there was
second term.
And there's some reporters out. There's some audio out there, and look it up. There's a reporter. I wish I knew his name, who was really trying to get out that this thing was out there killing people. Yeah. And he's talking to his press secretary, and the press secretary is just laying into the guy, like making fun of him, implying that maybe he's homosexual, just ignoring everything. And I mean, it was. And Reagan and Nancy and Ronald actually had a friend who was homosexual, who was HIV positive, and they just didn't care. They didn't want to cover it.
They didn't want to cover it. They didn't want to talk about it. It wasn't politically correct for them at the time. It wasn't politically advantageous. Let me finish real quick. If you want to watch a movie about this, by the way, there's a really good movie that was made by HBO. HBO stars Matthew Modine. Has a ton of stars in it. It's called And the Band Played On. It gives a fairly accurate representation of what was going on at the time. If he'd have just went on the news, and then this is over with and done, and hundreds of thousands of people are dead. But if he just went on the news and said, wrap it up, tried to do this, this is going on, but no, God forbid. Anyway, back to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep.
But it's a good movie, just so effing vanilla. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah. But the other side about that is, we talk about it from the American angle. I'm pretty sure Freddie Mercury, he had some international connections, right?
Everybody has a role to play in that. Yes, absolutely. Is that what you're saying? That Margaret wasn't taking care of business back over there across the pond?
It was illegal in England. And one of the, and you mentioned this, and I know we're doing a show about nothing, but this triggered a thought in my head. Have you ever seen the graphic novel called The Fifth Beatle?
No.
It's the true story of Brian Epstein. And Paul McCartney swears, he said, people throw around the term Fifth Beatle. If anybody was the Fifth Beatle, it was Brian Epstein. They did it as a graphic novel. You can buy books about it.
Is he the producer or the original band member?
No. He was the producer,
right?
And the graphic novel, and I know, but that's I own it. It is fascinating because he was openly gay, or he wasn't gay, openly gay. He was gay, but had to hide it. Mm-hmm. And he's the one that he handled when John Lennon said they were bigger than Jesus and all of that stuff. He's the one that put that to bed, and it talks about how he crafted them, about how the look, the appearance, a Beatle could not, because John Lennon had a first wife, or actually got somebody pregnant and then married them out of principle and all that stuff. And he said that's great.
Yeah, because back when they were in Liverpool, they were performing like with they were putting toilet seats around their necks, right? When they were singing, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know anything. I don't know.
They did all sorts of weird stuff. And
we should have Bill Malone
if it ain't 38 special. Joe doesn't want to talk.
No, I don't know anything about that. But by the way, if you're listening to this and you're into the Beatles, you should go back and watch our William Malone episodes, who has a fantastic Beatles story.
Yeah. But the fifth Beatle, they did as a graphic novel. Check it out if you're interested, because a big part of it is he was crafting something that, the sex appeal of the Beatles, the appearance, the haircut, the ties, all of that came from him. But all of it, the entire time, he could never be who he was, because at the time, it wasn't just, it's frowned upon. It was illegal. He would go to, they were still using the laws that sent Oscar Wilde to prison.
Who was the guy? The Codebreaker, the great movie. Now that's a good movie.
Oh, Alan Turing.
Alan Turing, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of that movie? Was Benedict Cumberbatch?
Oh,
that's a good movie.
Wasn't he? Wasn't Turing actually castrated at one point?
Medically castrated.
Medically castrated. Yes,
that's why he killed himself.
Now he gets his. Didn't he? They finally put him on one of the pound notes. Or somewhere a stamp, something that finally.
He got public recognition.
Public recognition. After
The Imitation Game.
The Imitation Game, wonderful movie. Much superior to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
So, just one. I guess I don't mean to get. Didn't mean to get on a rant here. I don't know where Dennis Miller came from, but I watched. And by the way, and I stayed up to almost midnight to finish it because I got late, because I was enjoying the music and stuff. It's just such bullshit, candy coated bullshit. But apparently, I'm wrong. The movie was nominated for an Oscar. He won an Oscar, and he does give a good performance.
Do you think...
But that movie made $1 billion.
Do you think, though, it's the same fallout of things like La La Land? Like, La La Land is...
I thought La La Land was a better movie than Bohemian Rhapsody.
But isn't it all kind of sugarcoat? Like, do you think it's...
No, I don't think La La Land was sugarcoated that way. In fact, they don't get... Well, not spoiler alert, they don't get together at the end of La La Land.
But you know what I'm saying? But do you think that when things are... I would be interested. I have no data back and stuff. I've never even thought about it this way, but it just popped in my head. Do you think when there's more disagreement, not just politically, but when there's disagreement, when there's drama, sugarcoating wins? When things are going well, we want, for lack of a better term, we want Braveheart. We want war. We want... Are
you saying so like during the later part of Vietnam in the 70s where the studio system's crumbling, nobody knows what makes a movie, and for a few minutes the inmates got to run the asylum. We get like Dog Day Afternoon, and I'm trying to think of Easy Rider. What else?
Is that what gets awards then? Is it
I don't know.
If everything is happy-go-lucky, we want our movies to be a distraction where it's dark. That's when we're willing to explore darkness.
I don't know. It's a curious thing.
When we see darkness, we want light, and we will give light more credit.
I don't know. I can't turn on a television without somebody being shot up somewhere, and this is not a political show anyway, so I don't mean to get into that.
We got to talk. I'm going to bring this up since this is a no topic episode. So,
Chad has this manifesto.
No, it's. I don't know why I found it so funny, but I did. I couldn't stop laughing. So I made the mistake of getting on a popular news website. I'm not going to say which one because I hate them all.
C-SPAN, so popular. C-SPAN.
But
was it the Onion?
No, I don't know why. I feel like I need to censor that. It was CNN. I checked out CNN. I was just curious, and I'm scrolling down, and of course there's we live in a world of hate. Currently there's a lot of nasty shit going on, and they're talking about I forget the headline on the article, but it was like something about why is hate increasing in America, something like that. And it showed a picture of these white men yelling at the top of their lungs at something in the foreground, and they're covered, and there's torches all around them. You know, torches like. And I look closer at this. I'm like, God, those guys look like such assholes. And then I look really closely at the picture. The torches are tiki torches.
Yeah.
It just bothered the hell out of me that they're all screaming hate around tiki torches.
That was the joke. That was the joke that was going on during at
Charlottesville.
In Charlottesville, they were carrying tiki torches.
No, I didn't know. No,
Yeah.
They went to Party City, dude, and that's actually
No,
Party
they're
City.
carrying-
they're worried about mosquitoes.
Party City.
No shit, they were carrying tiki torches.
I did not know they were carrying
Google
tiki
it.
torches.
Yeah.
So this is a thing now that racists want to carry around tiki torches?
No, they're just dumbasses.
Okay.
So once again, not to get off on a rant, but there's more hate. I disagree with that. You know?
No.
I think somebody,
let me rephrase.
some asshole lifted a rock.
No, let me rephrase it. And
They've been there all along.
I want to phrase this differently. Yeah, the thing is, the hate's always been there.
They're just empowered.
They're just empowered now, and the media sees ratings, so they are covering the shit out of ignorant racists.
Trump has been great for CNN and Fox News.
Yes.
You know,
And MSNBC.
He's been great for all of them. And late night television.
We're getting off somewhat serious, which is weird for us.
I
but,
know.
you
I didn't intend for this to be serious.
maybe we
and I don't
need-
know how Bohemian Rhapsody, but I had such strong feelings about how vanilla it was.
you know,
Even Christy said.
And I'm
yeah.
still shocked that this whole thing is now with racists and tiki torches. It's bothering the hell out of me.
I got some tiki torches out back, but I don't think I'm racist. I think I got a bug problem. They're trying to take my job.
You know what? No, this is
A bunch of Klansmen
Stupid
going into
gnats.
Walmart. We're here for the citronella.
Assholes.
So I took my son to the store the other day, and this is a true story actually, and we're being serious here. It really bothered me because he almost had a panic attack because I thought we were just running to Walmart real quick, and somebody somewhere he had heard about a shooting at Walmart.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it's impossible for him to escape it now.
Yeah.
And
What is he again? He's 30?
yeah, he's 37. We're thinking 4th grade next year.
Oh.
We're hoping.
Just now starting to shave like you.
Yeah. Well, no, he's got a beard down to here. Phil was his father did that. But anyway,
James washes his face in Nair.
anyway,
He's a werewolf.
anyway,
Nair
now
wolf.
that's the
Nair wolf. Oh my god, it didn't even intend it, and it's right there.
Nair
being
wolf.
said, we need to write Nair
Nair
wolf.
wolf.
And we got to get back to that toed dog, 3 dog
Catcher.
night.
Dog catcher.
2-toed death. I'll figure this son of a bitch out.
Anyway,
I'll be
But
at 4
yeah,
a.m. I'll just come out of the door. Blah, 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 blah.
I want to
Back
say
down.
this because this actually will tie us back to movies. So we're literally, he's literally, I mean, he's holding my hand. He's almost shaking at some point. And we see some guys in military. They're because we were near a military base. It wasn't local here. And he sees some, and I'm like, yeah, that's how there's some people in military uniform. His aunt was in the military for a while, so that made him feel a little bit better. And then, but he was like, can we just get what we need and get out of here? And I'm like, he's 7 years old. I was like, he's scared to death of a Walmart. That being said, how I finally got him, I was like, Sal, tell you what, let me get what I need, and then we'll walk through the movie
More
section.
Nair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll walk through the movie section and you can pick a movie. And honestly, I never thought I'd tell the story tonight, but it's the power of movies, because he finally went, oh, well, okay, well, let's hurry. We walked back, and he saw Shazam. I hadn't seen Shazam yet. And he
How
goes,
was it?
can we get Shazam?
I enjoyed it.
Can we get Shazam?
It's as good as
And I enjoyed Shazam. My wife enjoyed Shazam, and my wife's not a comic book person. And you know what? I will give Shazam credit, because now it replaces Green Lantern for me. And what I mean, before somebody starts the Green Lantern hate, which I also agree.
No, there's a lot of hate for Green Lantern.
But Green Lantern, what it did
Venom's
right,
better than Green Lantern.
what it did right,
Yeah.
was Green Lantern had the Green Lantern core.
Yeah.
When they did Shazam, as soon as they introduced Mary,
Mhm.
I was like, oh, are they going to eventually lead up to Mary Marvel? And I'm like, no, they gave it to us in that,
They gave it
spoiler,
right about.
they gave it to us in that movie. And I was like, oh, it sets things up for sequels, it does stuff like that. To me, a little bit here and there is a little bit too convenient. But did I enjoy the movie? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm glad Warner Brothers is finally getting their heads out of their ass and is giving us DC content that's not having to be dark and brooding.
Yeah, and that's what but there's parts of that movie.
And granted, they tried it once, and it was Green Lantern. And then they go, no, we make this dark as shit now.
But there's parts of Shazam that are pretty. I mean,
oh yeah,
the entire again,
is it more kid friendly than Venom? Because Venom started eating people's heads, and my kid kept watching.
Not to give spoilers, but I mean, my son looked over at my son and my daughter went, "We're so lucky to have you all." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's right. I could have totally left you for dead."
Yeah,
I'm not giving anything away. I mean, there's parts of that movie, and I'll be honest. Is his name Angel Asher, who plays Billy Batson?
Oh, I don't know.
I know him because he's on Andy Mack, which my daughter loves on the Disney Channel. He's a better actor than Zachary Levi. Sorry, no offense meant to Zachary Levi, but I was watching that scene where he's encountering. Spoiler: he finds out that his mother and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He's an orphan, but he's in halfway homes. And
yeah,
stuff
he's
like
in
that.
halfway homes. Yeah, he's an orphan. He doesn't have a mommy or daddy.
Well, they're not
Vis-a-vis.
dead. Though. He finds out they're not dead, and he finally.
I just want to say MasterCard, but it's really not funny.
No. But anyway, no. But
neither was Vis-a-Vis.
There's a kind of heartbreaking scene
we'll let
right
the
near
viewers
the end.
Right? Why are you pointing at the microphone? It don't see for shit.
Or
it can barely hear.
Isn't that where everybody who listens to us is?
Or does it? Are you a transformer? You have to tell me if you are.
Not to change the subject, but yeah, real quick, that's true. Our listeners are now audio for the most part.
But anyway, no. So yes. So anyway, power of movies. But my son's scared to death of Walmart. Literally the horrible joke.
I'm scared of Walmart too. But the people in there would terrify me the most.
The horrible joke I made because it just came to my head. I'm like, why is Target never a Target? It's in the title.
I don't know, but a man loses and then there, he's in a world of hurt.
I'm just saying. That's a horrible joke.
Never forget.
That's a horrible joke, but I was just saying there.
It's a horrible joke when it happens because it's eventually going to happen.
Jesse Ventura's not dead.
Or is he?
God damn it, now I gotta look
He's
it up.
Not dead.
Not dead.
Sonny Landham is. Never forget.
But no, so just oddly enough, we do a pop culture podcast. I thought it was kind of cool, though, what put my son out of it was he saw some military people, and he's learned that because of my sister-in-law, his aunt, he's learned that gives him a little bit of comfort. But then it was, listen, we'll go through the movie section, you pick a
You're
movie.
both wrong. Jesse Ventura is still alive.
I said he was alive.
Both of you, totally wrong. Alive and well.
I said he was alive. If, by the way...
He's a part of the Green Party, so the same as Ralph Nader.
Jesse Ventura, if you get a chance to look him up and talk about calling horse shit out on a movie. What's the guy's name? American Sniper?
Oh, Bradley Cooper.
Well, not Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper is a fine actor.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, that's an enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
But the guy, Chris...
I don't know... I know most of the stories.
If you get a chance to look up Jesse Ventura and how this... I know he got shot and killed, which is a tragedy.
Yeah.
But how he basically slandered Jesse Ventura. And Jesse Ventura not only won once, but twice in the court of law.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Against his estate.
I did know that, yeah.
And then his widow slandered him that he was taking her money. And that's not true either.
Wow.
This is published. If you get a chance, look it up. Listen to it. And it's hard not to believe him because not only did he win once, twice in a court of law.
3 times. A lady.
Lady. Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura's not a lady.
He'll never be a lady. So did you guys see anything else? That was the only 2 big ones I've saw lately. I want to. There's Glow's out. I want to watch Glow. I haven't had a chance to watch
saw
it.
the first episode.
I saw some scenes from this new series.
I watched. So I bought my son a movie, and if you are a parent with multiple children, if you do
well, that'd be the 2 of you.
If you do something for one child, according to the government, you're supposed to do something for the other. So I let my daughter pick
say something really horrible, but she's a girl. See, he's laughing. Chad doesn't want to laugh, but you're laughing.
Listen, Borat. Anyway,
he got this.
No.
Sasha Baron, thank you for keeping comedy alive.
He I let her pick out a movie. So we watched Descendants 3. Now, I don't know if you've seen parts 1 and 2.
My DirecTV keeps telling me that it's on the Disney Channel and it's a big to-do.
We bought it on DVD because we no longer have cable. We cut the cord.
But you're going to buy Disney Plus, so you kind of just wasted money. Because it'll be on Disney Plus.
But they got to see it now, Chad.
And we have to. Well, we also have to have all the behind-the-scenes feature because I'll bring this up because
that kid's dead too.
Cameron Boyce died, and my daughter has really had an impact on her.
Yeah.
Because she loved Jesse.
It's Jesse, yeah.
And
what happened to him or her?
He had a
epileptic
seizure in his sleep. Which epileptic seizure in his sleep, which I didn't know. And now I'm having to become an expert on this because my daughter keeps asking questions.
Right.
And I've had to go and look up what
epilepsy is.
Well, no. I know what epilepsy is, but I didn't know it's like dying in your sleep, even if you're medicated. It's overly common with epilepsy.
Really?
Like, I was like, oh, we've treated that now. What an odd incident. And I was reading this news. It's 20%. There's a 20% increase, even if you're medicated, that you'll just go to sleep one day, have a seizure in your sleep, die.
I think another part of that is because you just assume that they're in a movie, so they're rich and famous, and how does this happen to people?
Well, but not even, no, I just didn't even know that about it, because I've always thought,
I didn't know it either.
I've always thought, well, seizures, we hear so much about when there's medications for that and stuff like that, but that's one of the things that came out. I ended up reading this huge thing by a doctor saying that's what we've got to stop. Because even if you're medicated, you need a certain amount of monitoring, and that's why people, even with medication, some people have to have those care animals that can sense the seizure coming.
Yeah. And
all of that. And I was like, it was fascinating to me. That being said, Descendants 3, I actually, at the very end of the movie, if you know the plot of Descendants,
yes. I've missed this trilogy.
It's the children of the
Disney villains.
Maleficent's daughter is Mal.
That took some writing.
And Kristen Chenoweth plays Maleficent.
They put a writer's table together for that.
Kristen Chenoweth plays Maleficent.
Kristen Chenoweth.
It's the first movie's a lot of fun. Second movie's fun. Third movie, though, at the very end of the movie, they're going to cross the bridge because
Rainbow Bridge.
Spoiler, they free all the villains' kids, and they free all the villains. And another spoiler. Hades is Mal's dad, because that's the big question: is who decided?
Well, you ruined it for me now.
Yeah. Now I'll never be able to go back.
That being said,
how are we
going to get James Woods into?
They're going to cross back because they actually say, "I wonder if our parents miss us," and they're going to go back and see Kristen Chenoweth, and that's how it ends. And I was like, now they're saying there's not going to be a sequel because how do you replace Cameron Boyce? And I understand all that.
I have no idea. I didn't know who he was.
But
he was Cruella DeVille's son.
Yeah,
does that help?
Cruella
DeVille.
And he hated dogs because his mom always told him dogs were horrible. It's his plot.
Well, I can't like somebody that doesn't like dogs.
Well, then he befriends a dog and realizes, and then later on, in the second one, Joe, you see. Now, I just watch these because of my daughter. But anyway, the second one, right. There's a spell put on this dog.
I walk in and he's watching Care Bears 2. Care Bear Cousins.
Well, that's because the cousins.
Why can't you just find love in your heart, dark heart? One person out there is going to go, why does Joe know the villain in Care Bears movie 2?
I love the fact he's trying to shame me. But anyway, see, the second one is he befriended the dog.
I'm the one, it really is dark heart. Look it up.
I know.
You're watching that shit too?
I've got 2 daughters.
You're watching Care Bears movie 2? That one's old, though.
They liked it. It was on Netflix.
I haven't seen it in years. Does it hold up?
Anyway, in the first movie, he befriends this dog.
I liked it as a kid,
and he realizes his mom was wrong. But then you see in the second movie, the dog gets a spell put on him. He can start to talk. And then he talks throughout the second movie and the third movie, but he can't lie because he's a dog, and then the spell won't let him lie either.
I used to have a dog ride around all the time.
I'm starting to regret this no topic episode.
I'll tell you anyway.
I can't believe we're talking about the Descendants.
So Joe watched Venom and
liked it,
and Bohemian Rhapsody. You see,
I got to watch Venom less pissed than I did with Bohemian Rhapsody. Although Bohemian Rhapsody is a better movie. I'm not a huge Queen fan. I do like.
I watched Shazam and Descendants.
You made me listen to Fat Bottom Girls on loop.
Dude, that's a good song.
That is.
That's my favorite Queen song.
End result is, as far as movies I've had to watch with my kids.
Shit, Chad, now I want to listen to it again.
both of them were all right. I mean, I enjoyed both of them for what they were.
Chad, he's just going.
Rest in peace to Cameron.
By the way, our listeners doesn't. I'm shaking my head vigorously.
Rest in peace to Cameron Boyce.
I don't think you know what vigorously means.
Cameron Boyce, by the way, for those that don't know, he was actually the grandson of somebody that was involved in civil rights, and he actually was working toward.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was actually he did a lot of charity work. All jokes aside, and came from a long line of people that tried to help people. So it is kind of really tragic that he died.
Okay.
It's all right, Chad or James. It's all right. All right. You move in mysterious ways. I like that U2 song. They rap happy.
They're not rappers, Joe.
I don't know most things.
No.
I don't know.
Like I said, if it ain't 38 special, it ain't worth the
Hey,
damn.
listen.
I thought you said.
Hold on
before,
loosely,
but we were
Chad.
on the- What did you say? No, he didn't say 38 special earlier.
I
What'd you
said
say?
38 special earlier.
I almost thought he said foreigner, but I think it was there. Hold on loosely, son, and don't let go. If you hold too tightly, you're going to lose control.
Can we deport foreigner? It just seems like a natural follow through.
Trump has banned their music from. Oh my God.
What a dick. Sorry. Anyway,
So,
I that's the only two I wanted to comment
Yeah.
about.
you know,
Chad, you got anything else?
No, I'm good.
I've got a couple questions. I actually want to ask one question. Other than ones that have been attempted, I actually had this question, and I was like, it's not enough for a show, but since we're not doing topics, we can do this. What book that most people have not heard of would you like to see made into a movie?
I don't know. I thought we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about this in the books episode, but one of A. Lee Martinez's books that he did, like
A. Martinez can write?
I think is it A. Lee Martinez? I might be getting that name wrong.
Did he learn to do it in Santa Barbara?
Santa Barbara.
Did A. Martinez take writing lessons on the She-Devil set?
By the way,
Google it, bitches!
By the way, I'm following Ed Solomon and
No,
Bill
A. Lee
and-
Martinez. Yeah.
Ed Solomon's Mines?
Ed
No,
Solomon and Bill and Ted's 3 on Twitter, and we're about 365 days away. I'm excited.
No, but his books like Gil's All
William,
Friday Night Diner, The Automatic Detective, Divine Misfortune, any of those books I think would make a good movie, and they just haven't been. So A. Lee Martinez.
A. Martinez. I want to keep saying it. I don't know. James?
You know, I'd love to see Howling Mad, Peter David's book about a wolf that gets bitten by a werewolf.
Peter David's going to be at a con. I forgot which
He's
one.
had several of them.
I was going to tell you. I forgot which one it's going to be, though.
Peter David is one of my all-time favorite. I guess you could argue pulp writers, but
He may be
he
Frankfurt
has
Con in January.
he has written some novels, and
Dude, I don't know. I need to go over there and look at the shelf. It's definitely not a Stephen King book. Although I finished reading the novella that came out last year called Elevation, and it's
Elevate me.
Woo!
Digging in
U2.
a hole. Can't see what I
Did you know U2 is going to come up this much during this episode?
No.
You too could listen to U2.
Now, do you know what movie Elevate Me tied into?
No.
It was one, I don't know if it was the first or second one, but it's Tomb Raider, because the video, the evil Edge kidnaps good Edge, and Bono has to try to save him.
I'm still looking at my shelf, trying to think of the movies I'd like to see. They make Good Omens yet? I haven't watched it.
I want to.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
I enjoyed it.
I don't get to watch things.
I reread the book. We re-listened to the book because Risty never read it. And
Did he say Risty?
Risty had never
Francis
read it.
McDormand can narrate
And
the
I didn't
show.
realize how close it was to Douglas Adams.
Oh, really?
It's pretty damn close.
Well,
Don't tell Terry Pratchett. He's dead, so he
Okay.
can't hear
He
you.
can't hear me anyway.
Or can he?
well, I was
Oh my
watching.
God,
I was watching The Hogfather, which is a Terry Pratchett novel that's was turned into a mini series, and it's on Amazon Prime. And I was getting the Douglas Adams feels watching that as well.
I know what it is. Anyway, go out and read Elevation. It's only about 140 pages, and it's one of the better Stephen King books I've read in a long time, actually. The Cemetery book.
Oh, Neil Gaiman, right?
But that's a Newbery winner. I mean, I don't know that that's unknown.
But
Your question is...
It's
It wasn't
not as
unknown. It was just
known.
a book that you read that you enjoyed that you wish was a movie. It
A
didn't have to be
cemetery book. Oh, I thought he said
I
an
was saying
unknown.
lesser
You
known,
did say a lesser known.
But I don't think many people hear Cemetery book and automatically Neil Gaiman.
It's not scary in any way, shape, or form. It's a good story, man. I tell you, it's a damn good book.
So I wanted to ask that, but then I think I know how we need to end this episode, because it's the only episode where I'm ever going to get to do this.
Okay. Good Lord, here we go. Let's prepare ourselves.
To quote the great James Lipton from inside the actor studio. I have 10 questions for you, Joe Lewis.
Oh, Joe.
Just Joe?
No, you're next. I'm doing it one at a time.
You can go. You want to go Chad first, so he didn't get
No,
butthurt?
go Joe. I don't give a shit. So I can prepare.
You know what they
Joe.
are.
No,
You've
I
heard
don't.
them 5,000 times. Kurt Russell has a good story about this. Going, fucking actors, have you ever heard him talk about it?
No.
They're on that James Lipton show pretending like they ain't never watched that shit before. Oh, let me think. It's before they answer it.
Okay,
Because he has the same damn quiz.
I've never watched an Inside the Actor Studio. In my life.
You gotta be kidding me.
Never.
What, Joe Lewis, is your favorite word?
I mean, you know what? I actually was stumped because I couldn't remember them.
If it's a word that makes me laugh, do you want me to answer simultaneously?
Both of us, go.
Chad, go. What
It
is
makes me laugh every time. Scrotum. It just makes me laugh.
Fuck stick.
Okay,
It's
that's
a
good.
compound word, but I don't know that
No,
my
that's
favorite
fine. I
one.
would acceptable.
Okay.
What is your least favorite word?
This is a cliche, but it's and a lot of people have this as their least favorite word, but it does piss me off. No.
I can handle no. My least favorite word.
Yeah. No or whining, which is a sound I know, but I hate whiners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My least favorite word, man.
Moist.
No.
Panty. Moist panty. I know women who would stab me right now who are turning off the radio.
My least favorite word is words that I probably couldn't say because. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one.
Some of the older gods.
What'd you say?
Baloney. There, I hate that word. Baloney.
Why do you hate baloney?
I just hate that word.
What about bologna?
That's better. But
Okay,
every
from
time
now on we're having bologna.
every time I hear the word baloney, I want to vomit.
Do you eat bologna?
Not since
What
I was
about
a kid.
bologna?
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Oh, good God. Are these really questions this
Yeah,
man
this
asked?
is it.
This is how we end every episode.
It was Proust and
Yep.
someone else. Vavo.
Bernard Pivot.
Yeah.
So what was the question again?
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
It's a cheesy, but my kids.
Your kids turn you on? I was going to say it. And I was like, I'm not going to say that because I got something. I know what one of the other ones is, and I know exactly what the answer to that is. Creatively, it would be I not hearing no, or just go do it and let me do it.
What turns you off?
Joe's kid.
Is it because he's a boy? Sexist bastard.
What turns me off?
I want you to play this for him when he's 20.
What turns me off? Honestly, sheer stupidity.
Yeah, I was actually going to say closed-mindedness, which
Yeah.
is a whole lot of, and just willful ignorance.
Yeah.
Willful ignorance.
Willful, yeah.
We're all ignorant.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
will of, I've got to keep it real stupid.
Yeah. And that's basically what I meant.
Oh my God, fucking idiots.
Yeah.
What is your favorite curse word?
Can we go back to fuck stick?
Seriously, these are questions this man asked.
Yeah, cum dumpster is good too.
Yeah.
Douche canoe. No, that's not a dirty word.
Douche canoe is not although I like it. It's a canoe with a lot of vinegar.
It's fuck. It's always going to be fuck.
You know what Christopher Walken's answer is? Seriously, it's one of my
Darn.
favorite. Darn.
Darn.
Because he says if you
It's
would
really
say
funny.
darn and it actually intimidates somebody.
I can't believe you've
You're
never
a
watched
hell of
any
an
of these.
actor.
Some of them are really good depending on the guest.
What sound or noise do you love?
I know the answer. Do you know
My
it?
kid's laughing.
My kid. Yeah, it's very. My kid. The actual physical laughter when he gets when I make him laugh.
Yeah.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Joe's kid's laughing.
Oddly enough, me too.
No.
Him in pain crying.
Yeah.
You really hate quitting being
Yeah.
a fake
No, that was his favorite.
No. So what really turns me off? Is that what you said?
No, what
What
sound
sound
or
do you hate?
noise do you hate?
So I don't want to say that because if my kids are crying, I don't hate it. I just want to know what's wrong. The sound that I hate the most.
So are you saying I'm a bad parent?
Yes.
Yeah. You're ignoring your child. You abandon your
Yeah,
boy.
my kid cried in pain. It tears me up.
Celine Dion songs. I hate every single one.
Oh, Jesus. Can I add Bryan Adams?
Summer of '69.
Fuck Bryan
Giggity.
Adams. Fuck Bryan Adams.
All right.
What profession?
I also hate Celine Dion, but he already took that Canadian bitch. I'm sorry. She may be a wonderful human being.
Do you bear ill will toward Anne Murray?
I don't really have an opinion, but no, I would never pick up an Anne Murray record and go, woohoo, party!
I don't know who Anne Murray is.
She's a singer.
Thank you.
Who's also Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Jesus, wouldn't it be fun to actually entertain people?
Yeah.
Because I professionally don't do it.
Honestly, something in animation.
Yeah. What profession would you not like to do?
Oh, man. Yeah, mortician.
Sounds hot. So they just lay there all still is what you're telling me.
No desire.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of desire here. Sorry. Oh, man, politician.
Oh, yeah. No, that's, yeah.
I almost said teacher,
one,
but politician.
The final one. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about it.
Worry about what?
Anything. It.
But it's coming. Part 2 is coming out next month. How can I not worry about it?
That's true.
It's almost 3 hours.
Yeah, I know.
I'm excited.
You think Haley will go with us?
I doubt it.
She stood me up last time.
By the way, I asked her about lunch the other day. She was passing me. I go, so I don't get invited to lunch. She swore up and down you invited her.
I can't remember.
Let's go with you didn't.
Okay.
Then I got left out.
Okay.
Then that means you left me out. In which case...
For those
I've invited you. You keep telling me I'm busy.
I'm so sorry. I have work.
What's that like?
I don't know. It sucks most of the time. That's a good question. I don't... I mean, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bullshit. It's trivial. But, I mean, no, it's good for you.
Oh, God.
Maybe that was funny.
Oh, you know what I want God to say to Joe? No.
You know
about
your
what?
favorite word?
Exactly.
And then go laugh and start going, bitch. I think I would be that was funny. Or, honestly, whatever it is, what's your main objective in life?
Now it's to make sure my kids, to protect my kids and to make sure that they're...
Whatever it is, as long as I'm a good dad. Whatever encompasses that.
All I care about.
I know that sounds very cliche, but I'm assuming we all three...
Being a good father.
I knew that Chad cared.
Yeah, well...
Pointing at James. No, I'm joking. But whatever that... I don't know how you would phrase that. Oddly enough, I've thought about these questions before, but you put me on the spot.
Well,
and I've never watched James Lipton.
I still don't believe that you've never seen an episode.
I don't like James Lipton. I couldn't stand him.
Oh, he's really good.
I can't stand him.
I actually enjoy James Lipton.
You need to watch the one, especially with the Simpsons cast, the whole cast together. And then they did the Family Guy cast.
I saw a 2-minute segment of them on that show.
It was really good.
The one with Seth MacFarlane and the family, it depends on the guest. Some of them suck.
Yeah.
If you got somebody that's only been around for 5 or 10 years, it's boring. But if you got somebody 40 or 50 years, it's pretty good.
Or if you just watch the Saturday Night Live where they make fun of it, and is it Will Ferrell? That does
it's Will
James
Ferrell.
Lipton?
I've seen those.
And it's
no, James Lipton does James. Oh, not Saturday Night Live. I thought you were talking about the Simpsons. He's James Lipton. Big Bang.
Yeah. No, I just love the one.
Something to take your bullet. They should kill him and everything.
Saturday Night Live. We have the great actor Dustin Diamond.
Oh, good Lord.
Anyway,
well, really quick, what's your answer? So, what's your favorite word? Dude, I still don't know what I want God to say, but maybe that was funny.
I would say try. My favorite word is try. I'll try. Give it a try. Try.
That's a good one. So what here? Give them here. I want to ask you.
Oh, God.
Why is there so much kiddie porn on this? So what's your least favorite word? We should have did this for the 100th episode.
Least favorite word?
Well, we could always wait until it releases as the 100th episode.
Least favorite word?
It's a possibility, but I doubt it.
Over.
Over.
If it's over. I don't like over.
Yeah, endings suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Ideas. Just the fact we have ideas. There's always new ideas.
What turns you off? Fat bottom girls.
I actually will agree with you all. Closed-mindedness. People that just, we've done it the same way, let's keep doing it the same way.
There's something about willful ignorance is the best way I can.
Yeah.
What's your favorite curse word? Is jizz bucket? Do I get to answer again? There's a bunch of them. Like, why is this bucket full of jizz? Who needs this laying around?
You know, honestly, my favorite one, and I say this honestly, because I'm like, I can't say it without giggling.
For people who don't, although this is like episode 9,
yeah.
James doesn't curse a lot.
My favorite one that I'll never be able to say because it also makes me giggle all the time.
I'm giddy with anticipation for this to come up.
Carn Charnet.
Oh, you fuckwad.
Or like zounds. Or because they're all curse words, but they're so outdated, they're hilarious.
That's bloody lame.
Way to kill.
What sound or noise do you love? His wife squeals. When she's having sex with Phil.
Yes. Sound or noise that I love.
I sure am glad she's happy. God knows I could never accomplish it.
You know, sound or noise that I love. This is gonna sound weird, but I actually think it's like a printer running pages.
Huh?
It's because it's creating something.
Yeah. What sound or
it's
noise?
creating your bills.
Yeah, printing off my coupons, but yeah, whatever. What sound or noise do you love? I already said that. What sound or noise do you hate?
Door slamming. I hate door slamming.
Oh, I love the sound of a creaky door, though. So creaky door.
Oh yeah, no, the creepy door. Creepy doors, I'm okay with.
Creepy door.
Unless it wakes up my kids, in which case then I hate the sound.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Oh, an author. I mean, there's no doubt I'd love to write.
What profession would you not like to do?
Sales.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I don't want to.
I'm still sticking with
I don't know.
No, dead.
But the sales is pretty close with politicians.
You break a dead person's arm, they ain't gonna. Oh well, I'm dead.
I don't even think that's even in my time. I don't know.
I didn't sales like a
snake wrangler. That probably sucked for Joe Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, if heaven...
This is for my ankle!
Punching a cobra. Jared, reach me that cobra so I can punch it. Anyway, sorry.
I wish I could do it. Cobra Commander voice. No! Or Serpentor? Was that the snake guy?
Yes.
Yeah, Serpentor. So say a serpent. What is it? This I can make. Bam! If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I don't care what those two people thought. The Vincent Price episodes were awesome. That's what I want to hear.
Vindication from the Almighty.
And those people aren't allowed into heaven.
Let it go. War's over. God didn't listen to those episodes. He was listening to last podcast on the left.
No, it's
because there's only so much time in the day for God.
It's a good show.
Wish we were that good.
No, I seriously probably something like, "Hey, you did okay. I don't have to do great. You did okay. You get in the door. You don't get the ride all day hand stamp, but you're in the door. It's good."
I need to think about that because there's a ton of things going through my head. And none of them sound.
That was the "don't worry about anything" is the first, but there's.
But I think there's a lot of honesty and truth into your bullshit answers.
But no, I mean, I think it depends because I think so much. I mean, hopefully, I'm not dying tonight.
Hopefully.
And so maybe 20 years from now, I mean, because if 18-year-old me's answer would be different than my answer now.
Well, that's the point, right? Because you said, when I asked you that question, you said, are you talking about currently? Because currently your kids take up the majority of your life, like all three of us.
Yeah.
I get that. So, at what point in your life can you answer these questions and they just be different answers? You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So ask me 20 years from now, it'll probably be good. Go take a nap.
Yeah.
What do you want God to say?
Yeah.
Enjoy your dirt nap.
Yeah.
Why can't I stop paying?
Well, God, I'm not a proctologist. Why did you ask me a question? Why does it hurt when I pee? Well,
we have an entire wing dedicated to you. You don't get to go in, but it's there.
Only I misheard wing and it was Wang. One big wang.
The words I want God to say to me. Does this look infected to you? Yes, God. No, God. No, it does not look infected. You're perfectly healthy.
Actually, wait. I don't have to worry about how I treat my body in heaven. The buffet's 24/7.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's because you're a pussy.
Yeah, that's because you can't out-eat me.
No, and I don't want to anymore.
Now a good one. We're talking Bellagio, right?
We're talking. We're talking all you can eat good stuff.
We're not talking about the Sizzler.
No, we're talking.
Although, if you want to
bad
go
mouth
to the
Sizzler, I'll
Sizzler,
punch you in the face.
is there a Sizzler left?
No. I'm sure there is.
There's
but-
a Western Sizzling, I know. I never got.
What were we going to say?
No, there's all you can eat sliders, Joe. You're covered.
Yeah, that's it. That's how you know you're in hell. It's a buffet, but everything's in slider form.
Can you reach me the slider crab legs?
For me, it's nothing but the creamy sriracha chicken sliders, which almost killed me at Phil Spillman's house.
All right.
James, you okay? No, Phil.
Well, I'm kind of curious to see what feedback we get about this.
Yeah.
Probably
let us
none.
know. Yeah, nobody ever gives us any feedback.
Every once in a while. We picked up another, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, I was about to say, and the other thing, I made a joke earlier that if you listen to the show, if you like the show, and you're on Twitter, Bonehead Weekly.
Yeah, we're not hard to find.
But I literally,
iHeartRadio.
I kid you not, I made a joke about it on Twitter because we were over 100 viewers, and then they purged the fake accounts. Because two of our followers were, and I kid you not, this is what they were. It was by followers, but they had done the accent marks over. And the other one was by followers with different accents, and it dropped us back down to 98. And I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, no, we needed those accounts. They were keeping us over 100. We have way more than that on other social media, Facebook and all that.
Yeah.
But if you're
we have
not
300 or
following us on
400 on
Twitter,
Facebook, but that's nothing either. We should have 1,000.
if you follow us, if you don't follow us on Twitter, you may want to. Occasionally, we actually have people go back and forth with us. Full Price Podcast has been going back and forth with us. Nerd United Podcast has been going back and forth with us. They have both an American contingent and a Canadian contingent, and they argue.
And she gave us a compliment the other day, and she agreed with Chad when she said DC was better than Marvel.
Well, I was trying to give him positive feedback, Joe. Positive comments.
That she agreed with Chad?
Yeah, I'd say
Was that a
that's
slap
bad.
towards Chad?
Yeah, it was a slap towards Chad.
Chad, why don't you tell us? Please don't.
Chad,
We're good.
Chad, if when you get to heaven, God says to you, Booster Gold sucks, what do you want God to know?
Just ask, at least is Green Lantern okay in his book? I understand.
Oh, that's what you should have said. What do you want God to say? I've got the director's cut of Green Lantern.
I don't want that.
I reshot it. Ryan Reynolds got here an hour before you did.
Ryan Reynolds should not have been Green Lantern.
Who do you think should have been Green Lantern? I know we need to wrap this up, but as we're having a no conversation show, who do you think should be Green Lantern?
Oh man, that's catching me off guard.
And who?
So I'm kind of
Sam Neill.
No, my big thing is it
Dolly
doesn't.
Parton?
What I don't.
Oh my
need,
God, I
I
would
don't
watch
need
Dolly
a big
Parton.
Hollywood name to be these actors. I don't. It could have been anybody out of left field, just not Ryan Reynolds. He didn't exude Hal Jordan to me.
But he's Deadpool.
To me,
He's Deadpool by far.
To me, he was closer to Kyle Rayner. I mean, he's still not Kyle Rayner, but he's
Yeah.
closer to Kyle Rayner than he is. Because Hal Jordan's supposed to be this fearless fighter pilot.
He's a
all
cocky,
that.
arrogant bastard, and that was not done in that movie at all. So no. I can't tell you an actor I wanted to play Green Lantern just because I can't figure that out. But I think at the time it was between Ryan Reynolds, Justin Timberlake, and one other person whose name I can't remember. I'm escaping. And Ryan Reynolds was my last pick for that role.
The thing is Justin Timberlake is not a bad actor.
He's
just not.
I think anybody that's seen The Love Guru knows he can act.
Yeah, he's probably one of the funnier parts of Love Guru.
He is one.
Him and the chicken.
And I'll be
He was
honest,
also really good in a movie called Black Snake Moan.
He's really good at Black Snake Moan.
Yeah.
In Time's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Great, but it's
All right, we're petering out.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
All right, follow us on social media so that James will stop bitching and whining, and you can talk to Spot on Twitter.
No, it's fine.
Share us on your social media. Follow us. Subscribe. We need more subscribing. You can have sex with my mom.
Comments, rank us.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. If you guys don't mind and you follow through on this episode, which is a little longer since we didn't have a topic, which is funny. Let us know what you think.
It's been shorter than some of our other ones.
It has been, but we started out thinking no more than 45, boys. You remember that?
Yeah.
100 in, we're almost.
We started out going, can we fill 45?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not been a problem.
Yeah,
and now there's topics.
We've
by
done
the way.
almost an hour and a half with no topic.
But, I think this
part of it was pretty good, though.
I think this let us bounce around on some different things because we actually got to bring up our families. I mean, it was more than they do for us.
Yeah, this is more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you guys. Thanks so much. That was Bonehead.
Bye-bye.
Can you guys do the Wilhelm scream?
I can't do it.
That's a no.
Oh, lady! I can do the Jerry Lewis scream.
No, the Jerry Lewis is, hey, lady!
Uh-huh.